father did this, or your grandpa, and you're not even paying attention. You don't even register because none of that
This is
shit
your
is
fault.
right.
You gotta fix it.
You know. Yes. Here's what happened. In evening class, no class, you get extra. This, that, planetary. People like the universe, people. So I halfway through, many people have 20 problems. And she said, I'm a professional astrologer. And I'm taking your class to see if I can learn some things. I said, oh, wow, right. So I said, okay, welcome. Okay. And she said, well, what's your star sign? And I said, well, if you're a professional astrologer, you ought to be able to figure that out. That's too much to ask. I said, okay. And she said, Gemini. I said, no. She said, oh, it must be Leo. And it's Cancer. I said, well, the yes. And now how many? No. She gets the right answer. People don't understand statistics. So, I'm there. The aliens come and they see all of us. They see us killing each other, yeah? For, like I said, for all these reasons. Yes. Yeah, be afraid to. They'll see that. And they'll see people think Earth is flat. That we never went to the moon, even though we have all kind of hardware on the moon. Right? They said they have to admit that we didn't go to the moon when they talked. Right. Okay? Yes. We didn't go to the moon 9 times. What's that about? Okay? 9 missions went to the moon. And so see all this. See people denying they were scientists and look no one and rush home. Yeah, we and report. No sign of intelligent life on Earth. I don't know about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think you got to understand this. I've never been there. I do want to go because I want to see pyramids. Yeah, I haven't seen them either. But you got to explain somehow without the machinery that we have today. How did they put that off?
So cool.
You have been influenced by people who are in denial, not the real one. It's denial. A brilliant freaking civilization. Last I checked, Egypt is in Africa. And the people leading the charge of disbelief tend to be Europeans. Not from Africa. Okay? The Europeans come in because what was Europe doing 2000 BC? Nothing's happening back then. Okay? And living in huts. Whatever they were doing, it was not brilliant civilization going on. The Nile flood, the irrigation, the architecture, the science, yes, the civilization that represented, being a part of Babylon. See, this was part of us, okay? Holocaust, Egypt, you can accept. You go to Greece and Rome, or Europe, yeah.
Sorry.
Have a big explanation about that thing. That's their own people. So important to get people, you know, to try the intellect of Africans in Egypt 5,000 years ago. And so the truth primarily is in denial. And it doesn't mean I didn't like to enjoy the movie The Ring, Stargate. Be some Stargate. Okay? It's aliens. It's sort of like Stargate into Egypt and creating that civilization. Right. Once again, in denial of that actually of dark-skinned people having that ability. Right. So you look at how did they do that? They were smart. How could they build it? They had a lot of people. Right. Still, how did they took a lot of time. Right. It wasn't built overnight. Right. It wasn't built by a few people. Smart people. One of them, I think, was Imhotep. Was one of the architects. One of the architects from ancient Egypt. So I have no hesitation accepting, recognizing the role that local Egyptians played in building that empire. Zodiac dude, can they actually be, because you know how women are. What's your sign? I do it. You a water sign, or you a this or that. You don't say I knew it after you did it. They don't say it. It's like they only say they knew it after they did it. We're going. Like, okay, I'm a Cancer, crab, that's a water sign, or you this, or you're Capricorn, or you're Sagittarius, or you're Leo, that's your turn, or Taurus, or that. Like, I don't know what that means. It's a zodiac sign, and meaning that people actually believe that they fall under the sign, and because they say, okay, you're compassionate, you're this, you're that, it's believe it. So, in all fairness, people forget. I mean, you're shouting.
Better hurry.
You
Ever
that
have
far
anyone fight back?
when we're
Sometimes. Key is to keep the pressure on.
when do you plant seeds?
Yeah,
How
don't
do you
give them
know?
time to think. What if?
Because this
Intimidating
constellation
with
that's
numbers
here in the
always
sky
works.
at this time
We
of
hit
day.
them right from the start. Let them know
It's
you're
not in that
serious.
part of the sky
And
3
then
months
sprinkle
ago.
more
Right.
in for as
2
long
months
as you
ago.
need.
Now, right.
Why
When are
always?
you going to harvest? Well, when this other constellation is ready.
Fireman! Get out where looks like a...
Come on! You had to know I'd be here sooner or later.
Yeah, that's yes. You're the center of all this motion. You know, religious things. Your religious it's birthed in the middle, and everything is the service of you. Everything. This is the pre-scientific era, where our ego knew no limits. We invent the telescope. We find out the stars at different distances in space. It's not just within the dots. The dots are actually distributed throughout space. Like pattern, any random ass stars in the sky. Really? And I told you, we will see patterns even when they're not actually there. That's a human thing to do. We're going to see Jesus in the community. You're going to be in India and in the walk, or whatever your waffle there is going to do. So, once we learned the universe, these are not discrete patterns sitting on a surface. Right. The stars spread out in space. Once we learned this, the idea that these mythological entities that were layered onto the sky by sleepless Babylonians and Greek Romans, it's untenable in the face of that knowledge. And if we do experiments, okay, if they fail every time, it's known that you'll do. What would it be? They say that the sun is in the sky when you're born. Yeah, that's your sign. Yes, that's your birthday, June 26th. Okay, you realize the sun was in the constellation Cancer on June 26th. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll get you to an ambulance in no time.
The correspondence of the sun has shifted against the background stars over the last 2,000 years. So it's an entire constellation off from the origins of the zodiac. Right. So, for and not only that, Scorpius. Okay? Do you realize when the sun enters Scorpius, because it's our moving around the sun, when we see it appear in front of sun, when the sun enters Scorpius,
Excuse
it
me,
then
y'all.
exits Scorpius before the month is over. It goes to another constellation called Ophiuchus. You ever hear Ophiuchus? No. The sun spends more time in Ophiuchus than in Scorpius. Most people who think they're Scorpions are actually Ophiuchans, and all Scorpions and Ophiuchans are currently Libras. Because that's where the sun is right now when you were born. Now go pay someone to read your horoscope.
We're close. You're doing great.
Is it true? I don't know if this is a myth you're going to clear it up right here today. That we only use different cinema. We never really did. It's never done. It's not going away because teachers love it. An underperforming student, you're only using 10% of your brain.
Excuse me?
Reach in for more. So I think the way it goes is there was a, in brain research, you can't just experiment on people's brains.
Excuse me, y'all.
That's unethical. Right. The best you can do, you a lobotomy. The best you can do is wait for somebody to come in with a brain injury. Right.
There.
Okay. There's
all
like a
set.
spike goes through
And I
here.
hope the worst is
Brain.
over now.
Reach in from.
Bless you, Spider-Man.
It then exits Scorpius before the month is over. It goes to another constellation called Ophiuchus. You ever hear Ophiuchus? No. The sun spends more time in Ophiuchus than in Scorpius. People who think they're Scorpions